I have the books with me. I'll show you the books from which students can actually learn.
Yeah.
Because this is a gate exam, not exactly the exam at IISc.
I think this paper will be a little bit difficult for those who are from CS background.
Probably the gate department knows that students who are going to give the DA exam, this
Mhm.
gate exam, are not very well acquainted with machine learning and AI. So perhaps machine learning and AI part will have lower weightage.
You are currently in your third year or end of your third year, or you're just the first year starting your preparation for GATE computer science, then you can give a try at least AI for AI paper.
Someone who's had contact with AI before, maybe in their bachelor's, and they're passionate about AI, those sort of people should seriously consider preparing for this DA paper. And others like who've not had contact with AI, don't really know much about it, should focus on their core papers, and this maybe they could have this as their second.
This DA gate paper would be something like you either become a king, that is Raja, or you fail everything wrong.
Hello everyone, welcome back. Welcome back to another video of my channel, and this video is about a discussion about this new GATE paper, that is data science and AI, which is introduced by IISc Bangalore. And today I have invited three of my friends from IISc Bangalore, who are currently doing their M.Tech at IISc in AI. So we have today with us Pranav, Arnav, and Subankar. So three of them are from, as I said, from IISc Bangalore, and today in the discussion three of them has will be participating. So first of all, thank you all three of you for accepting my invite and participating in this discussion. So first, my first question is that whenever you hear this announcement that IISc will be introducing this new GATE paper, that is data science in AI, what was your first thought? What was your thought when you hear about it?
Oh, I thought that was very interesting, and I thought it would do good to people who've actually decided upon AI and set they're set that to have AI as a career.
Okay. Arnav, what was your
Yep.
thought process?
My first thought was that this is going to actually focus your career absolutely into AI, actually, AI and
Okay.
ML, rather than
Okay.
like GATE in CS.
Hmm.
It expands your career into every aspect of CS, but this actually focuses your career absolutely into AI. Although we
Subankar?
cannot predict the future.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was exciting for me because, like other GATE papers, like GATE computer science and other papers, one dedicated paper has been introduced by IISc this year,
Right, right.
which is for mainly data science and AI people. That was great actually.
Okay. So I think three of you have seen the syllabus, and I can say what are the things are there in syllabus. So there is first of all
Yeah.
probability statistics. Then they have this machine learning AI. Then they have
Mm.
data structure algorithm with Python, and database management system with some part of data warehousing, and calculus is also there, calculus and optimization. So if you share any insight about these subjects, I mean, what, what you feel about all of these things, how easy or difficult it will be. So if you just share some insight, so maybe Arnav, you can start.
Yes, I have the books with me. I'll show you the books from which students can actually learn.
Yeah.
Because this is a gate exam, not exactly the exam at IISc. You will be students will be giving gate. So this is absolutely at BTech level. We can expect it to be a BTech level exam. So the two books that, of course, there are many books, but the books I will recommend is Sheldon Ross, number one for probability and statistics. You don't need to. Nobody needs to go very deep into probability because this is an entrance exam, not the course itself. So just skim through Sheldon Ross. You will find every topic in Sheldon Ross, everything chi-squared, zeta test, t-test, everything,
Hmm.
central limit theorem. And do not forget to study expectations. Properties of expectation is a chapter in Sheldon Ross.
Right.
For linear algebra, of course, Gilbert Strang's book is a very good book. Let me show you the book. This is the book, looks like this.
Right. The famous book.
I felt that instead of watching the like 100-hour lecture video, this book helped me more because it has many exercises and has given proofs. Also, not going into
Right.
very much depth. It actually helps in exam.
Okay.
And for others, I don't think. Things will be very difficult because everybody knows that you are a BTech graduate just now and you are not expected to be like an a legendary AI scientist at
Right,
the moment.
right,
Every BTech CS course or other courses maybe have some AI aspect in them, some course based on PRNN or machine learning. I think a little bit of walking through all those concepts will be somewhat enough. You don't need to actually dive deep into what universities are teaching at MTech level.
Okay, if we see the syllabus ones, like in probability and statistics, like get CS or other get paper, it is like bit extension of that syllabus.
right.
Here, we are having like I can see the syllabus like marginals and chi-square test, t
Hmm.
distributions, all those things are not included in get CS.
Right,
So you have to typically just prepare for all those topics separately. And if we see the linear algebra, it is like heavily different from gate CS. Like vector
hmm.
spaces included, subspaces included, like linear dependency, independency is also there, and so many like applications of linear algebra, like SVD is there also,
Right, right,
and there is like one more important subject called optimizations is there, but it will be not that heavy, I think, because it is
right,
like
right.
single variable.
Only single variable, yeah.
And
That I have seen.
yeah, only single variable is they mentioned for only single variable. And here, programming and data structure is there. It is like as get syllabus, get computer science, and but here you need to introduce with Python language. That's all. And for database, it is in get computer science syllabus, I think. And for the warehousing, it is you need to learn for
Right,
warehousing part. And machine learning, we have not studied yet.
I think this paper will be a little bit difficult for those who are from CS backgrounds because in computer science we don't usually study calculus much or at all, if at all. So people will have a little bit of difficulty in the calculus section, and the linear algebra too is a bit. It's more than what you typically prepare for
right,
during gate CS. But at the same time, I think this preparing for this paper will give you the necessary base that will help you cope in AI courses across all, I don't know, all over India, especially here. Like us computer science graduates who typically don't have a lot of interaction with calculus initially have a
right.
little bit of problem coping with subjects like CMO and stuff. So someone who's coming after giving this paper will be better equipped to cope with these subjects, I think.
Right, right. Yeah, that's one thing because if someone prepare for this subject and then he is able to crack the gate, at least the initial struggle of this IISc, hopefully they don't
Hmm.
have to face because they're already knowing because these are kind of the prerequisite of the advanced level machine learning courses. So that will be helpful. So my next question will be how you think will be the weightage given to each of these subjects. I mean, like suppose 10, 15 marks will be given to aptitude, the rest 85. How you feel that IISc will distribute these 85 marks into these 6 or 7 subjects?
Probably the gate department knows that students who are going to give the DA exam, this
Hmm.
gate exam, are not very well acquainted with machine learning and AI. So
Okay.
perhaps machine learning and AI part will have lower weightage, although those who answer the questions will have an edge over the others. But you cannot just focus only on machine learning and AI and then leave out linear algebra, probability, and statistics just because this is a different gate paper focusing on AI. I think main focus should be on the basic mathematics over which you already, I mean, students already have control, that is probability, linear algebra, calculus, programming, and database management. All these are already present in your BTech syllabus, so do not leave this out. Go in depth in these and skim through a bit of machine learning and AI. I think machine learning and AI will not be asked in that depth.
Calculus and linear algebra would get the majority share, and then maybe optimization and data structures and uh, a database. After that, I'd say machine learning would probably get the lowest because I think calculus and linear algebra, probability. These are all the basics prerequisites that
Right.
you ought to have to go forth. And machine learning is these courses will be there anyway in the course program.
You're right.
Yeah, actually, in my opinion, this paper is dedicatedly for data science and AI. So, in my opinion, I'll give more weightage rather than all the subjects for machine learning. And after
Okay.
that, linear algebra will be the second important topics actually.
Now, as IISc is introducing this course, and IISc is the first one who will be preparing the question for it. So, as you all know, IISc is famous for its theory and math. So how much depth in math will be required to do well in this paper? I mean, for each of the subjects, I think almost each of the subjects there is a mathematical means foundation. Like if you take probability, linear algebra, calculus, they are mathematical subjects. But apart from that, also data structure, machine learning, AI. In every subject, there is a theoretical part. So how depth these students should prepare on the theoretical part to do well in this exam?
Yeah, for mathematics is the major part for this DA paper actually, because it is the syllabus like for probability it is totally math, for linear algebra it is math, optimization is mathematics, and for machine learning it is like almost mathematics, we can say.
Okay. Hmm.
So for so if you are not good enough with mathematics, initially you might face little bit difficulty, but you can cope up with that situation after studying all those basic concepts. And you should, after learning all those basic concepts, you can come back this syllabus and you can study as per your plan.
I think although IISc is making this gate paper, but
Hmm.
students shouldn't forget that this is an admission test, not IISc's
Right.
insider test. IISc's inside tests are heavily dependent on maths, but everybody knows that you will be taking this exam from outside. So I think the books I showed you, Sheldon Ross and Gilbert Strang, and if you have time, you can go for Kenneth Rosen's a little bit. I think that would be more than enough. You don't need to go
Okay.
for any other higher order books. I think that will be more than enough. And giving some, if there are some tests like mock tests available, please try those mock tests.
I think the required depth would be as much as it is required in any other subject. Like if someone's preparing for OS, I mean computer science, and you're just mugging up formulas in architecture or pipelines and not understanding how things are happening, most probably won't be scoring good marks in the questions that are given from the subject. So I think that uh, you need to understand what is happening, why the formula is the way it is, and I think that's what you ought to do in every other subject too.
So now the next question that I think almost every student who is preparing is asking me also that what from where they should practice these questions, because as this is the first time it is introduced, no coaching and all is as of now they are not providing any mock test paper. So from where the candidates should prepare for this exam?
For all other subjects other than machine learning and AI, there are questions from previous gate papers. There are enough questions from previous gate papers starting from 1995. Students can prepare. Students can prepare from books. For machine learning and AI, I think also there are BTech courses in AI. I know that some BTech colleges provide AI as a specialization in BTech. So I think if you try to get hold of those papers, those should be somewhat giving you an idea about what kind of problems are possible, what kind of questions are possible.
uh, for the data structure algorithm, you can follow the previous year paper for GATE computer science. And for the linear algebra, you can follow the GATE computer science paper. Apart from that GATE computer science paper, I would recommend that to solve the as many questions as you can from the exercise of Gilbert Strang book and any other standard textbooks. If you
Okay.
just think the books is good actually.
Okay.
And for probability also, my recommendation will be the same. You have to practice questions from standard textbook.
Okay. And AI machine learning?
For AI machine learning, we have not studied this subject yet,
Okay. Okay.
so I have not much idea about the subject
Okay.
actually.
I'd say for the questions in calculus, linear algebra, and probability, you should go and solve the previous year questions across all other branches, because other branches like electrical and electronics, they offer like better, more depth in questions about these subjects. So that would be good. And for AI and machine learning, I don't really know, because as Shubhankar said, we haven't
Okay, okay.
started
Yeah,
much
so
with these
what
subjects.
I feel is that, they can prepare from these different books that they're referring for preparation. I think only the exercises maybe they can follow, because I also personally don't think that, I mean, I'm all, agreeing with what Arnav says, because this is the first time I see setting this question paper. I
Yeah.
don't think they will set it too tough, because what I have seen from IISc, that though they make the life of the students inside difficult, but they never say set a difficult question for the outsider. Because whenever there is whenever they introduce this coding test for the first time, the code was too simple,
Yeah,
even though WBT or our private college
Then
makes such simple question. So IISc, I mean, for always whenever they're putting a question paper for the outsider or maybe entrance test, they make it simpler than how the, even in IIT Kharagpur also kind of the same thing. So I personally feel that maybe they won't make that much difficult question. Maybe they will ask you simple equations or simple math and all. So that's why I feel that students can refer to the standard textbook. So my next question is that, after students will appear for this particular DA paper, what are the opportunities that will be there for them? I mean, what you feel that after giving the paper, in which curriculum they will get an easy entry than it was before?
I think it's obvious that they'll get admissions into the AI and ML programs, data science programs. And also, I think they'll have an edge over people who are coming, who are taking admissions from other uh, paper codes also, say computer science or electrical or whatever. For someone who's qualified this exam and taken admission in an artificial intelligence course, and for other people who took papers in, say, electrical engineering or computer science, so they'll have a clear edge over those. That's, I think, is a lot. Say,
Okay.
for example, in IISc itself,
Hmm.
if we had someone who had studied optimization and linear algebra, calculus, probability in depth, the depth that this paper is offering, they'd obviously be way ahead of us.
Right, right, right.
My advice would be to first I'll let the students know that because you think you're giving the AI paper, the DA paper, the AI program is not actually going to give you any edge. I mean, during admission, if you have a gate score, let's say 800, and somebody who has given gate paper in CS also has a gate paper 800, both are considered equal for AI.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't matter if someone gives the DA paper gets an edge over someone who gives the CS paper. It's just the gate score plus there is an written test. Maybe there could be an interview this time. I'm not sure. So if you are sure that you with the DA paper this is new, you can handle this, you can excel in this, then it is very good. You if you are sure that you will be selected after selection, your first few months could be a bit easier than others. But if you fail this will be a big fail because with DA paper your focus is much narrowed now.
Right,
You will
right,
not be able to apply to other things.
right.
yeah, like Prabhav said, if you are coming from DA paper, like then you have studied linear algebra probability in a kind of dense way. So whenever the coursework will start, you will get an advantage for sure.
Right,
At least for first 2 months, you will get an
right.
advantage over other guys who are coming from get CSE EC paper. And like Arnav has said, he is also right. Your path will be narrower, more narrower than like other paper. If you are coming from CS paper, then you have so many options in your hand. Like you can
Hmm.
take admission in AI department, you can take admission in CDS and also CSA department. And for AI, you might get, I think for AI people, they will get seat in CDS and AI only. not
Right,
CSA.
right.
In
Yes.
I think, in my opinion.
Yeah, so the next question is that as now, there is a huge craze among the students with this DA paper, and almost everyone wants to attempt this particular paper. So what you think about it? Is it a opportunity, real opportunity for the students to learn AI and then go for MTech in AI or machine learning? Or it can be harmful also, as Anna was saying, that now you're preparing very narrowly, only for a narrow direction, like only for AI ML you are learning, you are ignoring system, you are ignoring theory. And even I have seen many people are attempting DA paper, they don't have any idea about this, machine learning, linear algebra and all, but just because it's a DA paper and they feel that they can move easily into AI machine learning, that's why they're attempting. So it can be harmful also for them. So what do you suggest, or what do you think about these things, that whether they should attempt for the DA paper or they should preferably go for their core paper?
I think someone who's had contact with AI before, maybe in their bachelor's, and they're passionate about AI, those sort of people should seriously consider preparing for this DA paper. And others, like who've not had contact with AI, don't really know much about it, should focus on their core papers, and this maybe they could have this as their second, I think
Second
the
paper.
second paper, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, because messing it up here would like really end up you'd end up wasting a whole year of yours,
Right.
and maybe realizing that you don't enjoy this after getting admitted would be like not great.
Right. Yeah, yeah, that is also one possibility. Yeah, maybe initially you like it, but when you actually thrown into the real AI machine learning, that is the advanced level topic, you might not like it also.
I think there are students who will be doing MTech as a like it is the truth. There are some students who couldn't do good in BTech, didn't get into their dream college in BTech, so they are trying once again to get into their dream college. So if you consider yourself an average student, it is important to know where you stand. You have to accept yourself. If you consider yourself to be an average student, maybe having more options along with this would be a better idea rather than absolutely throwing everything into this. This DA gate paper would be something like you either become a king, that is Raja, or you fail everything, rank.
Yeah, right,
So it is more of a risk. If you think you're an average student, you need more options, that if maybe I do not get into AI, I could get into CDS, I could get into another IIT. I will,
hmm,
if like some students have a very narrow focus. Want this college, I will have this college, even if I am going to give gate for 4 5 years.
hmm,
Some students just need to get into a good college to secure their future. If you are such a student, I think CS paper will be better because it gives you more advantage. Even if you do very good in CS paper, you can anyway come to AI. But giving
right,
AI paper with it is a bit risky, because if you fail, you will have nearly failed big.
right,
I'll categorize it in two way. Like, if you are very much passionate about AI and payment, if you know before that I'm going to prepare for AI and payment in my masters. So for those students, they should give AI paper only.
okay,
In I would suggest to prepare for AI paper if they are very much sure about it. And
right,
in the secondly, if you are currently in your third year or end of your third year, or you're just the first year starting your preparation for GATE computer science, then you can give a try at least AI for AI paper, because you have
okay,
enough time.
right,
Uh, that there is no harm in it, so you can try. And if you are in final year student, then you should focus at least for more on GATE computer science paper. You should not get distracted for GATE AI paper, I think.
right. So this is also my I also was thinking about it. So I also think what Pranav was saying, that if someone has at least some prior experience on ML and AI, they should take this
Yeah.
risk. Because if you appear core paper, then also you will end up in AI machine learning in your masters. I mean, I have given gate in CS and I am doing research in AI machine learning. So it's not like that if you don't give in DA paper, you there is no way. I mean, you can end up in AI machine learning. So it's very important to understand that whether they have the prior experience of it, or whether they are really passionate about these AI and machine learning for future. Okay, so that's kind of the all the questions that I've received from my community and all. So any further, I mean, any message for the aspirants who are appearing for DA paper or maybe the CSC paper also, you want to give? What would be your suggestion or messages for those who are preparing for GATE, for DA or CS, whatever it is?
Say prepare well and try to focus on the mathematical aspect of things, because if after you take admissions here or anywhere else, you'll have to dive deep into like real uh, calculus and linear algebra and stuff that you, especially for the CS aspirants, you don't really encounter these much in our bachelors and in the examination as well. So focusing on the mathematical aspect of things would be good.
I want to give students two tips that I had learned in my GATE exam. The first is, please, for the students, please get used to the GATE calculator, how to use the GATE calculator. It's a bit different from your usual home calculator or computer calculator. The operand comes before the operator in the GATE calculator. So please, for reasons like take any mock test and get
Yeah,
used to it. And secondly, an important tip that I realized is at home also, whenever students are giving mock tests, have a rough page or a rough copy, whatever. Whenever you start with a question, you number the question. That is, let's say you are starting with question number 12. So you write 12. Remember this, write 12. Whenever you feel that I have wasted enough time, I will not continue with this question, draw a line right below it and then start the next question by numbering it. What help it is going to do is, let's say you have ended the paper, you have 5 minutes left, you want to go back to some question,
hmm,
immediately you can just turn your rough papers and get to the point up to which you had done. You can write, continue right from there.
right,
Usually what I used to do is, in the paper I would start in the top right corner a question, I thought maybe I'll continue it later, then the next question I start in the middle of the paper. So make your rough sheet very clear, so that whenever next you're returning to a question, you will be saving time for yourself. So that is an
right,
important
right,
tip, I think.
So you have 3 to 4 months. If you are serious aspirant, like you wanted gate, you just preparing for gate and you wanted to get a good rank. So that is your motto. Then you have to be focused and you have to attempt as many test series you can, and you have to analyze it properly. And after that, just do not do like that. Just attempt a paper and I'm done.
right,
Don't do that like way. You attempt the paper, just saw the solutions, and just rectify your mistakes. That is all.
right,
And
right.
be serious and be focused. That is enough.
Okay. Okay, that's it about this discussion first. So I hope all of you have gained some insight about how to prepare for this paper and different, yeah, questions that you people have asked me in the community section, and all of these three people, they have given the answer in a correct way. So again, thank you all of you for participating in this discussion, I would say, and I hope it will be helpful for all the future aspirants who will be preparing for DA paper or CS or any core paper. So thank you.